babies.
Okay, here we are.
Yeah, we're back.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. For any of you listening who are going to listen on Wednesday, you're going to hear the same spiel, and we're just going to get into the show because our brains are almost fried already. We just recorded Wednesday's show. It's Monday as we're recording. I had to pull a Queen schedule because we're leaving for New England, and my brain's on fire because of that. Driving with a 6-month-old for 10 hours. So this is the Tuesday show. We're recording on Monday after we already recorded the Wednesday show where we tried to predict the future, but also commentate on the past. It's like fucking Inception. Yeah. It's like we need our own Leonardo DiCaprio. Thank God Ray's not here because we're just scraping by. But if the bottom of the totem pole was dumb,
We'd be done.
it would be over. We would just release blank tapes.
Hey,
We'd have to release the Billy Badwards tapes, which maybe wouldn't be a bad thing.
Hey, everyone's allowed to have travel days. You know, we all do it. Ray's gone. You got to travel.
Yeah, Ray. I haven't heard from Ray since 1:00 this afternoon. He's in Disney, so he may at any point in time it goes past 4 hours without hearing from him. I'm assuming he's dead and he's offed himself because
I'm surprised he hasn't jumped in on one of these invites.
I know. I keep shooting up there, just thinking that he might have a couple minutes to pop in, but no, he's balls deep on Goofy. So whatever. Let's get into it. This is the Simple Mind Sports Show, Fat Tuesday edition. A look around the NBA and NHL playoffs as they both kick off this week. Welcome to the show. This show, per usual, we're drinking and is sponsored by White Birch Brewing out of Nashua, New Hampshire. Bill, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
That's right. Nashua, New Hampshire. Head on down to the tap room. Get it in your local beer store, local liquor store, wherever you do it. Drink responsibly, but head on down to the tap room. The world is opening up again. There's going to be full attendance in Boston stadiums at the end of the month. There's no reason for you not to go down. Go ahead.
White Birch, when I went down there, had a couple flights a few weeks ago. Wide open, full capacity, no masks required. New Hampshire's been open for about a month now. So, you're seeing it, and this is what we need. To see Massachusetts open up.
Yeah, that's
Jesus Christ.
I said that today to my wife. I'm like, I feel like you're perfectly fine. If the state of Massachusetts is opening up, then you should feel comfortable doing whatever you want to do. And
Vegas has opened up 100% capacity, no restrictions too.
Well, that's that.
Welcome back.
I would be a lot more.
We back, baby. We
something
back.
Like syphilis than COVID in a wide open Vegas after a year and a half of not seeing. We talked about it on the Wednesday show, which is a day from now. The insanity that's going to go on at a Bruins playoff game if they get to round 2. Just consider that Vegas 24 hours a day, just allowing men in their 20s to go insane after
my old lady's got a couple that has 4 Bruins season tickets for the playoff game, so I've been riding her more ways than one for the last couple of weeks to get them tickets. Just get us a pair. Come on, let's go. Well, I'll fucking pay. I don't care. If they're now, get me fucking tickets.
There we go. And it's happening. So when it happens, pregame with White Birch. That's the way you want to do it, either at the brewery or get it in the store. Wherever you get the White Birch Brewing, tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you White Birch Brewing. And that's where we're going to start, Bill. NHL playoffs are underway. It's Tuesday. The Bruins won on Monday.
3-1.
Yeah, that's what we predicted. All the things we talked about on Wednesday's show, which is tomorrow, happened. All the things that we wanted to happen on Monday happened. Go Bees. But I want to, we can talk about the Bruins. I want to talk about the rest of the league as well. That Tampa and Panthers series.
Yep.
That game 1 was insane, was incredible. A lot of talk about the refs being on the favor of Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, they came back. It was 3-1 at one point, Florida. You came back and won that game. And of course, I mean, Stanley Cup champions, you just got Kucherov and Stamkos back. Of course, they're the darlings. I mean, they're Stanley Cup champions. You're always going to favor it. You're a home team too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, I mean, your home calls.
Did we talk about the Kucherov stuff with them?
Not much. No, I don't think so. I think we said they're coming back, but we didn't really dive deep into
just
it.
the manipulation of the cap.
Every team can do it.
I know I'm not that upset about it, but it is
Neither
a little
am I.
bananas. Like the screenshots on Twitter where it has the cap for the, they do it for every team, but the team cap of what they've spent to how much room is left, and then the long-term injury exemption. Is it injury list? What is it?
Injury? No, it's
LTIR.
The exemption. Yeah.
Yeah. So the the Lightning is 98 point whatever million. Cap space 0, LTIR 17 million. Like you're 17 million over the cap on a hard cap sport, and your best player who's been healthy for months just came back and looks like a bat out of hell.
Yeah, and it's funny,
awesome.
and if I'm not mistaken, in the playoffs it doesn't matter. Like it only matters in the regular season. Yep. They've been saying it for 2 months that he'll be back.
Yep.
He'll be back. And then they went out and got a couple trades at the deadline too. It just still filled up. Jesus Christ. More power to him, dude. I love it. I fucking love it. Go for it.
As Patriots fans, anybody from New England complaining about what the Lightning have done manipulating the cap can shove it. As a Patriots fan, you have to have a little bit of self-reflection and understand that Bill Belichick has cheated in that type of way, in a legal way, every way he possibly could for 40 years.
NFL does
and any team that's good does those type of things. It just so happens that Kucherov is one of the best players in the NHL.
Well, don't sleep on Stamkos either.
Yeah, no, it's true. They worked that beautifully. All right, let's just do this. We're kind of winging it. Let's roll down. I'll just give you the matchup where they're at, and we'll just go off the cuff and see what we think about it, and we'll breeze through this here. So let's start Eastern Division. You got Penguins and Islanders as we record this on Tuesday.
We record on Monday.
Record on Monday. This is released on Tuesday. They played tonight. Islanders are up 1-0. We talked about this on Monday's show. Palmieri got the 2 goals, the game winner, the guy that the Bruins have been on for 2 years. Stung a little bit, but what do you think? Islanders, the 4 seed against the Penguins. Penguins do not feel like a number 1 seed. Haven't all year. I think they're pretty vulnerable, but I don't know. This Eastern Division is anything can happen, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Islanders at one point looked like the best team in the division, especially on the Bruins. You know what I mean? But they got beat up. They got, they're hurt. And kind of they limped into the playoffs at the 4 seed. And I just think even Washington went through a lull. They had battled a little bit of COVID and all that shit for this year, so they lost a bunch of games late too. It's the same thing with Bruins. I mean, Pittsburgh just got hot at the right time. They kind of seized the number 1 seed. They didn't really get hurt. Malkin, especially Malkin coming back. I mean, they've just weathered the storm and they were there. They fought hard. I mean, I don't think they're number 1 seed. I think Washington or the Bruins should be the true number 1 seed, honestly. But yeah, it is the way this division. It's a fucking grind, dude. You made 56 games in this, this division. That's like almost the fucking playoff games, especially against the top 4 teams. That's what's tough. No other division's has done this. No fucking way.
Not in the regular season. It looks like the Lightning and Panthers are going at each other in that battle for the armpit of America in Florida. But
as the puck drops on the Bruins game 2, as we record today, right now.
Let's breeze. We can skip Bruins in Washington. We've done a lot of talk about that. We kind of know where we stand with our home team there. Montreal and Canadiens. Let's see. Their first game is Thursday? I guess so. At Toronto, first game is Thursday. This is such a weird.
You know why? I wonder if they had to do it because they had to get some more Canucks games in, and
I think it's right. The Canucks and Flames are playing 4 meaningless games.
Yeah,
the last game's on Wednesday.
Yeah, there you go. I guarantee that makes sense.
So dumb. Do the Canadiens stand a shot here at all?
No, but God damn it, I hope they do. So Toronto burns to the fucking ground.
Yeah, everyone has that sentiment. It's actually amazing that everybody, when anyone says that Toronto should be favored, has the same exact response. Like, are you fucking high? Have you seen them choke in the playoffs for 50 years in a row? Like, It's not happening.
No, I don't. Ugh.
Same question, Oilers and Jets. The Winnipeg Jets seem like a team that should not be here.
Connor McDavid, going to win MVP. Give me the Oilers there. I mean, they should breeze through that series.
What a boring goddamn division. What the all-Canadian division had such hope at the beginning of this. Thought, you fucking Canucks, you Canadians love your hockey so much. The Eastern Division are beating the shit out of each other night in and night out.
And you're playing pussy hockey up north.
The Canadians can't even you can't even light a fire under. You got the best player since Gretzky up there, and you can't even light a spark to get some energy going. Really disappointing.
I like Edmonton a lot this year too, with Draisaitl and McDavid. Dude, they were like 1-3 in points, or maybe 1-2 in points.
Good.
They're so fun, and they play on separate lines. Think of that. They got two fucking dominant lines up there, with McDavid and Draisaitl playing left wing or center. I don't know, whatever they fucking flip flop from wherever he goes. Dude, they're oh god damn it, that team. Ken Holland is putting together some. They're putting pieces around him. He built the Red Wings, so that's a team to watch.
It's another team that's got to get over the franchise hump. The Oilers are just since Gretzky in the '80s have been
since they won us. I think they won a cup after they traded Gretzky. I think one because Messier got 4 there.
Yeah, Messier got 1, I think. But so you can't technically call it the Gretzky curse, but they've got 20 plus years of being one of the worst franchises.
Well, like I said, they're in good hands now with Ken Holland. So good luck. I like
Central Division, Hurricanes and Predators. Another kind of boring kind of nothing. Now this is I'm not a diehard hockey fan. Okay, I'm a big hockey fan, but I don't watch a ton of fucking Hurricane hockey or Predator hockey for that matter. And all these teams that are in these markets, Nashville had a good run there a couple years ago. So
they went to the finals.
They're fun to pay attention to. But like Carolina, does anyone give a shit about Carolina Hurricanes?
No, they're getting some good goaltending, but yeah, they've been in the playoffs 3 straight years now. I mean,
I know they got a good team. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got no buzz.
Well,
Nashville's got buzz. Carolina doesn't do it for me.
Think about the Carolinas. I kind of consider like you think about Florida. A lot of East Coast guys want to move down there in the Carolinas, and that's what you're seeing. A lot of old people move down there to fucking retire because it's not a lot of snow. You got to get average 60 degrees pretty much every day of the year, except for you know what I mean. So it's like it's not real fans. It's the same thing with the Florida bullshit. You think all these Tampa fans are real fans? No, they're all fucking old New Englanders. Go fucking suck a dick, that division.
Just we'll put that on a repeat for the Panthers and the Lightning.
I expect the Lightning to roll though. Again, we just 17 million
game one, man. We talked about, but damn, and they're pretty much. I think they're at full capacity down there. The stands look like they were. They were going nuts. Even if we want to give New England some more credit here, if they're a bunch of old, white caps from Southie cheering on the Florida Panthers now because it cost an eighth of what it cost to get to a Bruins game. Whatever. There's energy in that building. That game was awesome. It would be great if they went 7 in the same shit, beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers surprised me this year. I didn't expect them to be this good to make playoffs. But yeah, I mean, this could be a Bruins, Capital Series, but I expect them to, 5 games, 6 games maybe.
Barkov looked like he was the best guy on the ice the other night.
Yeah.
Braden Point is ridiculous, but he shined at the right spots. But Barkov looked like he was everywhere all night. He was awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think they were thinking about trying to trade him at the deadline too.
The Bruins were fucking rooming in. I was like, yes, please.
You see why they did it because they turned out to be good. I mean, that's why they're like, all right, we're gonna kind of keep him now. They can make a run, but yeah, Tampa's just so good. They're just kick the rust off of Kucherov and Stamkos. Those games, it might not be close.
Yeah,
they might not be close.
It scares you after watching the Bruins in that first game. West Division, West Division, Avalanche Blues. Avalanche are the easiest bet in all of the NHL playoffs right now. I just maybe it's because they beat the shit out of the Bruins a couple years ago, but I just like this Blues team. I think they got a little bit to them, but I don't expect them to win.
No, and then they got Torrey Krug this year. I mean, again, I think he's a bottom pair defenseman. Truthfully, he just gets up to the first or second pair. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's a good all-around defenseman. Just a scorer. So I mean, you got to take. Colorado's deep. They're real deep. They're real young on the front line too, and they got good goaltending. So I expect them to roll. But yeah, I wouldn't surprise me if St. Louis won, but Colorado should win handily.
See, the Avalanche are the opposite of the Hurricanes for me. I like the buzz. I like that bunch. Maybe it's because Patrick Waugh was out there in our youth and he was kind of
I hated them.
I did. Well, you hated the Bork thing, didn't you?
Well, that and like I did like the Red Wings because I've always loved Steve Yzerman. I just love the way he played, and so I was kind of those Colorado Avalanche, Detroit Red Wings, 96, 97, 98, that fucking run they had where they were just out for blood.
Yeah, that was fun.
They were fun. It was great. It was great for hockey. I loved it. But yeah, I loved Yzerman, so I wanted the Red Wings out of that fucking shit. But yeah. And then the Bork thing,
Avalanche have buzz for me. I like that. I'd like to see them go deep. I feel like they underachieved last week. Jesus, 1-1 Caps Bruins already.
What the fuck? It just started 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, 5 minutes in, 1-1. Okay. Western Division, Golden Knights, Minnesota Wild.
Charlie Coyle, Jake DeBrusk.
Okay. You know what?
Jake DeBrusk, 2 goals now.
DeBrusk's got both. Oh no, one on Saturday, one night. Hey man, if the matchups are gonna, okay, let's talk Bruins.
All right, we gotta talk Bruins.
If the match, actually, hold on. Let's get distracted. Let me put it on. You talk about DeBrusk for a second.
Well, I mean, I always say like Pasternak and Marchand, point per game player. I mean, he had a bad game, bad bubble last year. But if you kind of look, I think in 2019 he led him in goals, and especially in the Stanley Cup Finals. I mean, he was right up there. You've seen the talent. He's so underachieved. We've all fucking been bitching about him I've been bitching about him for all years. I wanted to trade him for a washer and dryer earlier this year. So I mean, it's just you hope if this sparks them again. You need this third line to show up, but if you can get this production out of the fourth line, you're getting him some fucking goals. That's what we need.
And it looks like they just took that goal off for the Caps. Let's see if we can go back and see.
Yeah, 1-0 Bruins.
Yeah,
there we go.
All right, we'll go back. We'll watch the goal here. Let's see if we'll see it. Can you see it?
Yeah, good enough.
All right, there's Coyle attacking the net, dumps it in front. Oh man.
Jesus. I mean, all right, that's a goal. That's on the goalie. Where the fuck? Where the dude? Where the fuck is Greg Anderson? Holy shit, dude! He was in the fucking. He was outside the trapezoid on that one. Holy shit! Jesus Christ! All right, that's a 40-year-old goalie.
We take back everything about DeBrusk.
Yeah,
DeBrusk
everything
had nothing to do with that.
Ray's dumbass could have scored on that goal.
Where are you going? Oh, he gets tripped up by his own guy. But yeah, he's out a good 4 feet from the net. You think Charlie Coyle's scoring on that bad angle? You're behind the net, Anderson. Oh my goodness. That was terrible.
Is Sam Sunoff ready?
Sam Sunoff? I don't know. He got off COVID protocols. I guess
he must be the backup then.
Yeah.
Vanacek, he's out.
Yeah, the update had 1-1. I don't know where that Capitals goal came from. But anyway, my point on the DeBrusk, even though that goal was really not on him, he had a nice game 1. And if the Capitals going to play these matchups games and they're going to put their
he needs to take advantage of Chara, and he's a guy to do it.
He's got second line skill.
Yep.
He's underachieved for sure. But if he can tap into that and he's playing against that third line, then yeah, he's definitely a guy that should be able to take advantage of it. And then you're really looking at a good Bruins team. If DeBrusk is producing on the fourth line,
dude, did they move him up or did you
top 2? I don't know.
What's that line? Because he's been playing on the fourth, and that was Charlie Coyle assisting. Did they move Coyle back to the fucking center? I didn't look at the lineups tonight, but that wouldn't surprise me if DeBrusk, Richie, and Coyle is that third line, and then they move Corrali down.
Yeah, it looks like you got Lazar, Corrali, and Wagner out there on the fourth. All right. Oh, and you got McAvoy and Riley out there together. Like we talked about.
Oh, there we go. Hey, listen to our Wednesday show.
Listen to the Wednesday show. We called this on Wednesday. We call this a day from now. Feel like Marty McFly.
Oh shit.
Okay, let's buzz through a couple more. Where are we here? That was it. That was all the first round for the NHL. So I think there's some interesting matchups. I think the round 2 matchups for the NHL are better, honestly. Edmonton and Toronto should be great.
That would be a good series.
The East doesn't. Did they just run them?
They're just random.
We're gonna get fucking distracted by this game.
Yeah,
the East doesn't get much better than this. I don't think the second round is going to look much better than Boston, Washington. But yeah, that North Division is good. I think the Western Division. You get the Avalanche versus the Golden Knights is a nice matchup there.
Yeah, I think they played last year too. Yeah, I mean NHL playoffs. NHL playoffs is nothing fucking like it, dude. There's literally a game every single day, and from now until the end of July or the end of June, dude. This is actually July because the Stanley Cup playoffs are going late. Like this is it. This is the way you want to see it. I love it. It's the most exciting one. You know, even think about football. As much as we love football, they play once a week.
Yeah.
You know, and NHL every fucking day. And this is what you see. You see legit games. Like there's not the teams like fucking going 7-9 and making the playoffs. Like you get teams in there that like outside of Montreal Canadiens this year because they're fucking terrible. But you get fucking good games. You see 8 seeds beating 1 seeds all the time. Like it's just the most exciting for me. I fucking love it.
Yeah. Where do you rank it? Let's do that. You put them. What do you go? NHL, NFL,
baseball because I love the world. I love like baseball because I like the 3-game series. Now you're added fucking the extra wild card. I like how they played that little play-in tournament last year. So I mean, baseball, their playoffs are exciting because they're not long. It's literally like the wild card round, the championship, and then boom, you're right in the World Series. So they get it done in a month, and I like it. I like it because
my MLB and NBA is flipped. I love what you just said about the MLB, the beginning of it up into the the AL, NL. Those pennant matchups are always great. The World Series generally lacks some buzz for me. I mean, shit. We saw Red Sox Yankees 04. It was like
the world. You knew the Cardinals were going to get ran over regardless because it was.
That's how baseball has been set up since its inception. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but in the NBA, it's like the first 2 rounds are garbage, and then the championship and the finals generally are good. Even if if you're not a big basketball fan, everyone's playing at the highest level at those two series. They're long. They're too long, in my opinion, and that's maybe what the problem is with the World Series. But yeah, so those are
1-1. God fucking damn it, Ovechkin. Is that Ovechkin? Yep. Fuck.
It's going to be a tough series. All right, let's quickly do this NBA play-in tournament. I almost said stupid, but I don't think it's stupid.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, it made the bottom of the league meaningful.
Yeah, because then you're not tanking. It's trying to prevent tanking too, because now what you're 9-10. You're fighting for a playoff spot, so it gives you 4 more teams.
Yeah.
In the league to get in.
And you're not just expanding the playoffs, so it's not like 2/3 of the league is getting in. It's still the same amount. It's still 8 teams, but you're going to make that 10th and 9th seed work for it. And whoever, I said this the other day on the show, someone on Twitter had the great line: the Celtics are the worst nightmare for any team that's tanking.
Because they're trying to tank harder.
They're trying to tank harder, but it's hard to do that. Like when you're all, and then at some point, someone's competitive juices have to fire up, and you got to be like, well, we got a chance to make the playoffs. Should we just fucking do it? Because it's a difference between 1 and 2 lottery spots, 13, 14, or 12. Let's just see what we can shake out in the playoffs here. So, I think the play-in tournament has been a success so far for the NBA, creating some drama and matchup situations here at the bottom of the league, which is where our Celtics land. But let's just do quickly what we did with the NHL. Let's run through a couple of these play-in matchups and see what comes out of it. So you got the 10th seed Hornets versus the 9th seed Indiana Pacers. The problem with these fucking NBA plans, that none of them stand a chance against the Nets.
But it's still again, they're trying to get rid of the tanking because the NBA is notorious for it. I mean, this is now you're seeing why. I enjoy it, and it just makes me laugh that guys like LeBron that was all for it. Now his fucking bum asses in the fucking play-in tournament against Steph Curry, who should win the MVP this year. Don't sleep on that. They could steal that game.
I think they should. Well, let's get to it in a second, because a team like Charlotte, who has probably the worst contract in the NBA on Gordon Hayward, but you got LaMelo Ball there, who's a stud. If he didn't get hurt, was a shoo-in for Rookie of the Year. We'll see if he gets it. Oh fuck. 2-1 Bruins.
Oh God, dude. Dude, come on.
Sorry. I'm getting updates. I'm working off my phone. I got the game behind me. Right here in front of me. Let's get through this stupid fucking play-in tournament so we can watch a little hockey here. Okay. I'd like Charlotte. I'd like to see what they do. They're young. They're young, and they should be a team that's fighting for a playoff as opposed to Indiana, which is just in the mix. They would be a classic tanking team. Now they're in the plan. Win NBA. Boston and Washington. Washington, we know what Boston's story is. We don't need to get into it. Washington's fuck you, Bill. I know I can see you.
They're going to score here. I'm just trying to figure out how far we're behind.
I'm so delayed. It's so ridiculous. Well, it's Lazar on the break, and that was a terrible turnover.
Yeah, Bergeron scored.
Okay, all right. Let me get through this. Washington Wizards. You trade for Russ, who has a career year, and you got one of the best, if not the best scorer. They could build towards something. They have to play hard. Boston should play hard, even though we assume that they're not going to. Those should be pretty fun games. Both of them should be pretty fun games. Moving on, you got Memphis hosting San Antonio. Memphis is a young team that should play hard. San Antonio seems, they got Pop, so they're always going to be well.
Yeah, Ja Morant, he rookie year last year. He's fucking great point guard, probably top 5, top 6 at this point, in his young career. He's electric. Yeah. He's not much of a shooter, but he's disgusting. So, that's going to be a good series. I expect, or a good game, I should say. I think San Antonio, just with Pop, I do like DeRozan's still there. He's been playing good. Murray, the young point guard they got, he's pretty good. Yeah. So I kind of expect, the coaching staff. I like San Antonio.
Let me give you, if you were a fan of the Celtics losing and getting the best position in the draft, you want San Antonio to win. They're one of the few teams that have a worse record than you in this play-in tournament. So if they lose and make the playoffs, you get to bump ahead of them. You can make your way up to 12th. Is that the goal? There we go.
Yeah.
Nice. First line. I love it. All right, there's the big one. Lakers host the Warriors. Man, wouldn't that be sweet to watch Steph knock off Bron?
Yeah, dude? Then it'll be like the first 8 seed to ever win the NBA championship with fucking Lakers, dude. That's what I don't want. But it would be great.
Fucking phone just died.
It would be great. I fucking hate the Lakers. Give me the Warriors. Come on, Steph. I wish the Warriors were healthy, but they're snake bitten.
Yeah, I don't know, but he is scoring at such a ridiculous pace. It's like, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. I absolutely would not put it past them. I think that's it. I think we touched on the whole play-in tournament just as my phone died, so that's good.
Oh, good goal. Good. This replay, I know. David Pastrnak, great defensive play. Keep puck in the zone. Nasty goal from Bergeron.
Don't hear that often.
No, it was like more of like he just reached his hand up and grabbed it. You have to watch the replay, but yeah, this is what you need. Good tally. Good. Take a look. Good comeback though. You came right back. After giving up a goal. This is what you want to see. This is what you need. You need to be hungry. You can't just go back in a lull and shift momentum. You just swung it right back with that goal. Let's go.
Quickly, let's finish up on the NBA. Just give me your favorite out of the East and the West. I know you're a Denver guy. You like Jokic. You said Steph could get the MVP, but honestly, Jokic probably deserves it. Steph might get it because he's one of the faces of the league. But
yeah, even LeBron's calling for it too, ain't he?
Yeah. Well, Jokic has been absolutely insane, undeniable. But yeah, who do you think? Who do you like coming out of the West?
The West. I kind of want, I think the Lakers, because they're kind of getting healthy, and if LeBron and Anthony Davis are healthy, I kind of still think they can get out. But yeah, Denver, I'm feeling pretty confident with Denver. I think I'm going Denver in the West, and then Brooklyn. As much as the Kyrie factor is, ready to implode, that team is just so talented. They just Durant, Kyrie, and Harden can turn it on at any point in time when they want to, and Blake Griffin is a shell of himself, but he's still producing. That team looks so good. They look good when they're healthy and motivated, and this could be it. So Brooklyn versus Denver finals doesn't have a lot of pull to it, but
the star power on Brooklyn and New York City would do it. But yeah,
I would love to see Jokic more like in the spotlight more now in Denver. If he can get to the finals, sorry, I don't mean to cut you up, but if he can get to the finals, you need to get him propelled because honestly, the way he's playing, he's got to be. We had him in our top 10 NBA players, but man, he's could be moving up to third or fourth at this point. Just how fucking good he is.
He's so good, dude. Like the West is so good. Like the Clippers have not been talked about at all. They got, Kawhi Leonard, who was considered the best player in the NBA 3 years ago. The Nuggets are the third seed. The Jazz have been the best team almost all year long, and your Suns are up there with Chris Paul, doing their thing. Devin Booker and those boys are in second place right now. Those are going to be those. I take it back. This Western playoffs
is going to be tough.
Those are going to be really great games. The Jazz versus whoever comes out in the 8th seed, whether it be the Warriors, Lakers, those are probably two teams that'll give them a run. That'll be fun. And
I think,
Dame and the Blizzards versus the Clippers.
The Blizzards.
What did I just say? The Blizzards?
Blizzards.
Clippers and Blazers came together there.
You hungry? Has this food behind you?
Yeah. Dude, if we got a Jokic versus what's his fucking name in Dallas?
Doncic.
Doncic, that would be a fun.
Porzingis is back. He's supposedly he's healthy, but he's worse than Gordon Hayward trying to stay on the bench. But again, Phoenix ain't going to be a bad out either. I mean, I don't think they're truly a number 2 seed, but again, I bet 2-2 to us because fucking Chris Paul. That's what the Celtics needed. That leadership. That's a young fucking team. Devin Booker, Dante Ayton. 18 or Anton. I mean, you've seen the leadership he's provided, and that's what the Celtics need. This is the reason the Celtics in the play-in tournament. Yeah. You get a guy like Chris Paul, you find a way to make that work. And that's the reason he's won a lot of games in the NBA. I know he's not a champion, but I mean, the leadership alone is paying dividends. I mean, look how good Devin Booker's been this year. That team has been fucking smoking. Again, I think they overachieved a little bit because the West was down in the middle of the rounds, especially with the Lakers being hurt and the Clippers kind of coasting in what they did. So, I mean,
it's just so much better than the East. The East is so fucking boring.
Dude,
the Celtics should be the team that, could shake things up, but they got no heart. The Heat will be that team, but who wants to watch the fucking Knicks or the Hawks? And the Bucks always underachieve. Giannis can't perform like he usually does in the playoffs. So
they got Drew Holiday. They had two in Middleton, but give me the Nets.
It's probably the Nets. You're probably right. And then, I don't know. The West is wide open. It'd be fun to see the Nuggets out there, but give me the Nuggets. That'll be a lot more fun. Or the Blazers. Watching Dame going up against those 3 assholes in Brooklyn would be fun.
Oh, it would be great.
All right, this was okay. This has been the Stuff of Mine Sports Show. Fat Tuesday. Look around the NBA, NHL playoffs. We will see you on Wednesday. For the show that we did before this, we predicted a bunch of stuff. See ya, bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, my 3-1 prediction is still in play.
Hey.
Hey, why not?
Hey, why not?